Why, hello everybody. It's Captain Mikey and welcome back. How we all doing? It is now officially Titanic week and we are getting really close to the sinking anniversary. So I am back once again in vRov pilot. Now the reason why I am back here again is because there's been a bit of an update to this experience. Some of you may have already heard it, and some of you may have not have heard it yet. But if I click this right here where it says select mission, you'll see bow. So if I click this, you'll notice right here it says stern. Well, that's because the stern is now available to explore in this experience. So that's what we are going to do. So guys, just sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Alright, we are here at the stern of the ill-fated Titanic. And oh my god, this is crazy. Let's have a look, shall we? We'll have a quick look here at the propeller. Isn't that something? I lower down a little bit. Can't really see it in the light because it's always so bright, but if I move off to a little bit, you can see the numbers 401 imprinted into the propeller blades. This is pretty cool. I'm just looking at the stern here. Looking at the clipper stern, is what they call it. The reason why it's called that is because of this overhang that's right here. Now, looking at this area here, I don't see it, but right here where the light is and this laser pointer is, this is where it should say Titanic Liverpool, but I don't see any wording here. None at all. I know this is not full resolution, so maybe when we get full resolution, maybe we'll see it. And you can see, if I lower a bit, I don't want to go too crazy, you can see the very top of the rudder right here, dug in so deep. And if you're wondering about the propellers and why they're, above the seafloor, when in reality they should be below the seafloor. You see, there were wings attached to the ship, and when the stern slammed into the seabed, it hit so hard that it actually bent upwards both of these wings on both sides of the ship. And that is why we could see the propellers. This is nuts. I never thought that we'd be able to do this. Not in a million years. The amount of destruction is just unbelievable. Look at that. Look at how collapsed the stern is. It's just nothing but a small pile of... It's nothing but a pile of rust. You can hardly even tell it was a ship. Look at that. It's just completely collapsed. This right here, this is the hull just peeled. It's unbelievable. Just unbelievable when you look at this. I believe this right here is the third class stairwell that was under the poop deck. And when you look at this, this is the poop deck right here. It is completely peeled backwards. Unreal. This is nuts. Now, if you look over here, let me go down a little bit. If you look at these two box-like things right here, I guess THG recently discovered that these are stoves from the galley. Probably from, well, who knows where. This was probably hundreds and hundreds, like hundreds of feet that way, towards where the bow would be. Probably somewhere from D deck. But those are stoves. They came out of the ship after the ship broke in half, and they floated down onto the stern of the poop deck, the aftermost part. I mean, this really does look like a missile just dropped into. It just decimated the stern. It's like there's like barely anything recognizable now. It's just all collapsed metal and decking. This is where the right here, that's where the second class stairwell was, in this area. And right here, right where the laser's pointed, let me go down a little bit. Right where that laser is pointed probably would have been the entrance to the second class gangway. So that's where, right in here, where they would have boarded the ship for second class. Because the deck above, right here, you can see this long round thing, like a pipe, but this is the aft mast that's laying draped over and broken on the side. You could see that this is where the hole right here is where it was, where it stood. Just incredible. And this is just a jumbled mass right here. You can't even tell what's what anymore. At least not on this section. Now I can tell what this is. This is where the second class elevator gear room was. So this was another second class entrance that was up on the boat deck. Just gone and decimated. You could see here the gears and the machines that ran the elevators right there. It's amazing. So then my guess, this right here, I think is the boat deck. And right underneath it is A deck. So this is the cranes that was on A deck. And boat deck is just lying on top of A deck. That is... wow, this is super sad, and you can't tell anything anymore. Just wow. Have any of my viewers seen the new documentary that just landed on Hulu and Disney Plus? It's Titanic's Digital Resurrection or something like that. That's the name of it. I forget. Anyway, it just came out this just a couple days ago. Not even a couple days ago from the time I'm recording this. Like literally like a day. And I watched it, and I couldn't believe it. It's amazing, but at the same time, it's kind of questionable. Like, I really, really liked the digital twin of Titanic, and when they're viewing it and looking up at it, it's just amazing, and looks on their faces when they see it, it's just purely amazing. But there were some things in there that I did not really fully agree with. I did like, though, how they showed an animation of Titanic's doing a head-on collision with the iceberg. I'm glad they actually showed that, because I've never seen an animation done of the Titanic hitting the iceberg head-on. So I'm pretty glad they did that. But I still don't believe Titanic would have survived even with the head-on collision. And there were some other things too. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it's right over there. Okay. I was going to say, I can't see the engines. Because I was going to say, the engines should be mostly uncovered, and you should be able to see it. Yeah, here they are. Oh, wow. This looks exactly like that shot in the Ghost of the Abyss movie when they're showing the engines. It's like a down low type of angle like this to show just how massive these engines were. I love how Bill Paxton in 2001, how he said it, how these twin sphinxes are guarding a forbidden tomb. That's how he said it. I'm sure you guys, if you guys have watched that documentary, I'm sure you guys remember that. And he's right, because they are. They're like guardians, almost like, that are protecting this tomb of where nearly 1,500 people died. This is just amazing. Wow. So if I come out to the side of the ship here, and I come down, look at that. Over there. This right here, this is the condenser. So water was discharging from this hole on the night the ship sank. And this is what the trouble lifeboats 13 and 15, I believe, were in. How 15 almost landed on 13. And the one that was already in the water, that's where fireman Frederick Barrett was in, and they had to cut the ropes because water was shooting out like a waterfall, and it was causing the lifeboat to, it was like pushing it, and it was causing the ropes to get very tight and taut, so, and they couldn't release the falls. So that's when eventually they were able to get a knife and start cutting all the ropes before 15 landed on top of them. If 15 had landed on top of them, it would have probably killed them all. Wow. Look at that. Just amazing. See, now like Titanic VR, it does show a lot of the devastated stern, but not to this degree. The stern in Titanic VR is more intact, so probably more like what was shown by Ken Marshall's paintings in 1997 or 87. So all those paintings of the wreck that you see from Ken Marshall's books and whatnot, you can see the stern. Yeah, it's pretty obliterated, but it's in a lot more intact than this thing. Wow. Absolutely crazy. Look at that. You can see lifeboat davits right here. Pipes and stuff everywhere. So what you're seeing here, the bow and the stern, this is the same digital thing that's in the new documentary. It's also in the same thing as what they revealed to everybody a few years ago. In 2023, when the Titan submersible tragedy happened, I'm sure you guys remember that. And yet, no matter what, Titanic always has to make headlines, even 113 years on. Whether it's new findings, new documentaries, every year at this time, Titanic finds her way into our culture. It's like she's a ship that cannot die. So my understanding with this area is this is all covered, but beneath it would be the rest of the reciprocating engines in the turbine rooms. So maybe right there. Oh, let me see if I can find the engines again. Kind of lost sight of the engines. Actually, I think these are the engines right here. Yeah. Right there and right there, I can see the heads. So then that means this is all the engines right here. So then probably right around here where the laser is where a watertight bulkhead would be. And this hole is probably where the turbine room would be. And this is going to eventually be in VR. It will be VR capable. I did try it with using UEVR. Unfortunately, I don't think unless I use the keyboard, no controllers work for it. But that's something I'm going to have to start experimenting with. I even got Titanic Honor and Glory to work, Demo 401 2.1. I'm going to probably make a video on that soon too. Just unbelievable. Look at that. I think you got like a thermal tanks right there. I think. Either that or that's the motors for the cowl vents. We're right back over the propellers. My God. Unbelievable. I know I keep saying it, but it's just like you just can't believe it. It's just the whole stern is just obliterated. There's nothing left. I mean, you can see the portholes right here. And actually, right over here, underneath the poop deck, would be the steering gear room. And then probably right here where the pointer is at is where the docking bridge would be. Would have been. Not anymore. So I'm assuming, okay, right here, right there, that open area right here. I think this is a cargo hold. So this thing right here, right next to the cargo hold, is this the cargo hatch that would have been on top of it? I think so. I think this is the cargo hatch right here. There was another cargo hold too right over here like almost right next to it. But it looks like it's just buried. And you just can't really see it. Unbelievable. Yeah, not even the veranda in Palm Court Cafe is even visible. Now in Titanic VR, it's there, but again, you can't just use that model as a source. This is the real deal right here. This here is literally the real deal Titanic, not some made up model that somebody just did and used artistic licensing for things. This is it. This is the real deal. So it looks like I'm running low on time, and I don't think there's really too much more that I can explore. I might go more in depth later, at a later date. Jumbled mess. You can't even tell what's what anymore. Although I think this is where... This is probably around the area of the fourth funnel right here, I think. Where the lounge would be in there. Or not lounge, the first class smoking room. Well, alright everybody, I think this is where I'm going to call it an episode. Time is pretty much out. I'm under a minute now, and I think I'm just going to end it here with a nice little overhead view of the engines. So, everybody, thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye for now.